remote income? Well, if you haven't watched my previous video on remote income ideas, go ahead and immediately stop this video right now. Go back and watch the one on remote income ideas. Mainly I say that is because it gives you the 4 major steps to lay the foundation for you to create remote income. Now by the end of this video you will see different ways to make real money, and I will show you examples of some of the ways I have done that. Right now I'm inside my vehicle, kind of just lounging. It's in the afternoon. I already did some rides this morning. I did some deliveries. And then I'm going to show you some things I have done that actually are innovative. And I mean that is by seeing an opportunity in front of you and then taking action by proceeding to start it. So one way we did that is I met somebody that had 3 things. They had lemon trees, they had orange trees, and they also had grapefruit. So I thought, well, I've seen a lot of people vend, vegetables and fruit around Yuma area, and I've seen it, and I've seen them. They seem like they're busy. A lot of people stop by. They have a kind of a free enterprise for business here in Yuma, which allows a lot of people not only advertise for free, but also to do business with low cost or none. So anyway, I decided, why don't I do that? A lot of people don't know about Green Code 2, only through our AdWords, because we're running ads on Google. Another way I'm promoting it is I have a lead system, Angie's List, Better Business Bureau, and also flyers. We have signs that are posted along the fence and on I-8 off a highway, which has been doing good. But every time you start something, I don't care how long you've been in business, it takes a minute to get enough people to know about it, so you create enough business to keep you busy. So that's what we're trying to do. So I thought, since Green Code 2 isn't really well known around here, we've done some work, but it's not well known where it should be. And then another thing is a Ride Local I launched by having your own platform, whether that be delivery or taking rides, but you get 100% of all the money within it. So as a driver, I use that, and I try to add more customers on there, because obviously the more customers I can go on to Ride Local app, gives me 100% of the money that they pay. So I'd be a fool not to do that. I have some that are constant riders, where I have one guy, I do 3 rides a day with him back and forth. A very good income producer. I have other ones that maybe is once a day, and I have some that aren't as often. There might be once or twice a week. So I'm trying to build that platform as well. But I put things together, which is kind of weird, as we decided to go out on the street. I bought an overhang tent. That way we can provide some shade for the people. We have the fruit there, those 3, the lemon, the grapefruit, and the orange. And we're going to be vending that, and I'll show you some clips on that. And then what we've done is we went ahead with Green Code 2. We have 3 products. We have a pet odor remover, we have a pet stain remover, and we also have an air freshener. So the pet stain remover can be used for any type of spots. You don't necessarily have to have a pet to use it. But we're vending those. They're 4-ounce bottles, and I think we're vending them, I believe it's 2 for $5, or you can buy each one for $6. So we're vending that as well. We have our van out there that displays the Green Code 2. And then on top of it, we also have handouts for Ride Local. So if let's say they seen us on maybe Facebook, on some of the marketplaces, and they wanted to buy some fruit, they can go ahead and order it through Ride Local, and then they can get it delivered to themselves and all that. But anyhow, if you want to look into that, go ahead and look up ridelocalgr.com, and that'll give you specifics as far as using the app. for the best advice on reducing your debt and creating remote income while living in a mobile vehicle. Now, whether you live in a car, SUV, van, trailer, and RV, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell and you'll be notified of a video I post every Sunday. You like living out of the vehicle or whatever? You know, I said I don't mind it. I mean, obviously everything I do is a hassle. That's one thing about living in a vehicle, in a mobile vehicle. I don't care if it's a van, RV. There's hassle stuff to it compared to what the convenience of sticks and bricks is. The difference is that the pros to it outweigh that. You know, and that's exactly what people like me, and that's why we've gotten into it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the different apps. Just to let you know how my day goes in the morning. The first thing I do is I grab morning for Lyft and for Ride Local. And the reason why I do that is because generally I get the busiest amount of rides through that time. It's early in the morning. I start at 5 a.m. and I might drive, depending on how many rides I get. If it stops, obviously I stop. And I do other things. I'll work on videos, I'll do on content, I might do some SEO for the company, try to drive leads. But anyway, I do all those for the simple fact is because all I'm trying to do is get some in each area, and if I can go ahead and let the public know about it, it doesn't take long to get a customer. I'll give you an example. I have one Ride Local customer that I give him a ride. I started out by one ride, but I mean, then now he's on a regular basis, so to speak. He's doing it 3 times a day, and the reason why he does it because he has one of those Class B, which is a van, a Mercedes van that's built out inside, so he travels, but he makes it stationary within an RV park in different destinations. He's from, I believe, Minnesota. So he needs somebody to take him around, otherwise he's got to uproot his whole living quarters and go ahead and do his shopping, go out to eat, or whatever he wants to do. Where it makes it somebody like me being his personal driver is very convenient. There's other things I do for him too. He'll call me up and need something at a moment's notice, and I'll go pick it up. Now it's fine for somebody who has one of these, an SUV big enough where maybe they've designed it like I have in order to break it down during the day and take passengers, but not everybody can do that. I mean, if you live in a van, it's not feasible. There's ways you could probably do it. You could probably set it up where you had back seats and stuff and do it. But, you know, that might be too much of a hassle or too much of privacy given up for people. So another way to do it if you're in a vehicle that can't take passengers is there's delivery apps, and there's other things too. It's like vending the fruits off the street. And you'd be amazed on how much money you can just generate by doing those side stuff that you think of. The other thing that you can do is deliveries. Instacart, for one, I've made, if you wanted to just Instacart, I've made as much as $800 a week or $300, depending on what I want out of it, how much time I put into it. But if you wanted to devote your time to it, you could do that. The problem with it is that I always feel if I devote 100% of my time to one little platform, whether it be Greenco, whether it be anything app I use, Instacart, Lyft, Uber, or anything else, then if they ever deactivate me or they're not happy about something or something happens, my whole life, my whole financial security goes up in smoke. And the deactivation could be just a stupid complaint. It could be whatever. It doesn't have to be for real. A lot of people complain and gripe about many things, and I know a lot of these other platforms will deactivate people really quick, and I have had deactivation happen too for no reason. So then that would put you in a financial dire, and the best way to prevent that is to make sure you have more than one app. Now, the most important thing is if I have all the apps with other companies and I have myself an income, now the fear I have is that I don't own it. So in other words, if I had a customer that was directly tied to me, you know, to either whether that be a delivery, whether that be a ride, then I'm determined my future. I'm determined what happens in the future by making that customer happy. Now, if I, you know, I give poor service, obviously it's not going to work out. But no one can take that business from me because that's really my business. Where when I'm doing an Uber, Lyft, Instacart, or something like that, it's their business, and I'm just providing a service to get their product or their service out to the public. So think about it, because security is number one. I'm not trying to sell anything on Anything on this platform, I've done this whole platform of Freedom Mobile Living, funded by me from savings. I'm 63. I just turned 63. Matter of fact, Monday I turned 63. So I'm 63, and being 63, I just got sick and tired of being sick and tired, and so I said, well, why don't I change it? And then I went out and reached out to people that I've seen that done that, like Bob over at Cheap RV Living, Chrome at Van City Van Life, Linda over Serene, A Simple Life, and then many others I can't think of at this moment. But I'm still learning. I'm still finding new ways of doing things that I try out. I don't like, I toss it. If I like it, then I develop it part of my daily habits. Anyhow, if you have any questions, please reach out and go ahead and put them down in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. You know, most people that I have talked to that don't ask for advice for other people, but they decide they have all the answers, have said to me, oh, I've tried that and I've done it a couple of times. I didn't make no money. I spent more on gas than I did on what they gave me on delivery. And I say to this, did you manage it? And they're saying, what are you talking about? I said, did you manage it? I mean, did you manage it in a way where you were profitable or try to be profitable? Well, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, well, that's what I do. Every platform, every app I develop, the first thing I want to see is how profitable I am. So I manage it based on the time I do it, based on maybe the jobs I accept, but I manage it in a way, and if I can't make profitability out of it, now immediately, I can't let this go on for a long time, then I give it up, but I'm not really quick to chuck it in just because there's a few losses. I'm not ready to chuck it in just because there's a few losses, because really the rewards are generally right after that. So anytime you're trying to do something and you get into almost your limit and you think, oh, I don't know, I think I'm going to chuck it in, that's the pivotal point that success proceeds after that. So if you ever get that, you have to stick it out. I've known many people who've done advertising, and then if they just would have went another week, it would have blown out, and they didn't, and they didn't make no money, and then they just never did that medium. They didn't manage it properly, and that's really what I'm trying to get people to understand, that it's not so much of what you choose, it's very important that you manage it, because then when you make a decision saying, hey, I don't use that particular platform, right, it's on sound advice, it's on experience, right, and you've made a intelligent decision based on what you've experienced in the past.